Everyone is always looking for the next big thing, but after what Caitlin Clark did, it might be hard to find a rival. However, there are a few contenders that might even outshine Caitlin. Caitlin Clark was a rookie sensation. Not only did she live up to the hype, but she even surpassed it as she elevated the entire sport of women's basketball thanks to her record-breaking performances. Now, that's a pretty steep mountain to climb. To outdo or even match what Caitlin has done seems nearly impossible.
By the end of this video, you'll see who is ready to take over from Caitlin Clark and become the next face of the league.
10. Hailey Van Lith. Hailey has been making history since she was a little kid.
She modeled her game after legends like Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, and Breanna Stewart. No wonder she was the first 8th and 9th grader to play for the Northwest Blazers top team and started in the Adidas Nationals title game in both years, earning Adidas All-American honors. As a sophomore, she recorded the first quadruple-double in program history with 37 points, 14 steals, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. In her junior season, Van Lith led Kashmir to a third-place finish at the Class 1A state tournament, where she was MVP. She was named Washington Gatorade Player of the Year and AP Class 1 a Player of the Year. It was after that she got a unique call. While playing overseas, someone on the men's team told her that Kobe Bryant wanted to work out with her. And I was like, Kobe doesn't even know who I am. That sounds like the appropriate response to such a thing. But it turned out that Kobe was impressed by her work ethic and mentality and viewed her as a role model for his daughter Gianna. She trained at Bryant's Mamba Sports Academy in Los Angeles and became a friend and mentor for Gianna. Like Caitlin, Hailey is a bona fide scoring machine. She also has the clutch gene.
Keep the ball alive. Van Lith spinning into the lane. Good help defense and one. How?
She averaged over 19 points per game in the 2022-23 season at Louisville. Now at TCU after transferring, she should have more opportunities than ever. Hailey is also one of the most profitable college athletes in the game. This is an important factor when deciding to find the next Caitlin.
9. Madison Booker. You have to do more than simply score to be compared to someone like Caitlin Clark. That's where Madison Booker shines. As a freshman, she averaged 16.5 points, 5.0 assists, and 5.0 rebounds per game. However, her best quality is her leadership, similar to Caitlin. Booker also helped the United States win a gold medal at the 2021 FIBA Under-16 Women's Americas Championship in Mexico. She won her third gold medal at the 2023 FIBA Under-19 Women's World Cup in Spain. She also has the support of other Hall of Famers already.
We'll go to the free throw line, and how about one of the greats who wore 35 in burnt orange? It's actually retired on the men's side. Kevin Durant wanted to come check out Maddie Booker to see if she could get cooking. Obviously, he cares about Texas basketball.
8. Audi Crooks. Audi achieved historical honors in her freshman year. Prior to the start of her freshman campaign at Iowa State, Audi sat down and wrote out her goals for the season. One of the goals included playing the starting position, along with being both effective and efficient on the floor, while also being a great teammate. It didn't take long for Audi to tick off one of her goals. She earned the starting position in her 5th game and scored 23 points in 28 minutes. That pretty much cemented her spot on the starting roster. She averaged 25 minutes per game and had a 58% field goal percentage. That's another goal ticked off. She was recognized as the Big 12 Player and Freshman of the Week for her performances against Houston and BYU, becoming the first player in program history to sweep both awards in the same week. She was a unanimous first-team All-Big 12 selection by the league's coaches, becoming the first freshman in program history to earn the honor. Her 40-point debut in the 2024 NCAA tournament, where she shot an incredible 18 for 20, showcased her scoring efficiency and dominance in the paint, bringing her team back from a 20-point deficit to secure victory over Maryland. She's simply unstoppable.
Inside to Crooks, the size advantage in the bucket.
And then for Maryland, you're going to try to score inside if they do it.
Crooks her second basket for the Terps. Crooks inside, give her 6.
This performance made her one of the few players to achieve such a high scoring rate in tournament history, a level of impact comparable to the likes of Caitlin Clark. 7. Georgia Amoore. The three-ball revolution is in full swing. Players who can hit the three consistently are always in high demand. This is why Georgia Amoore will seamlessly transition to the WNBA. She set a record in the 2023 NCAA tournament when she hit 7 three-pointers in a game. Everything about her game is extremely exciting, including her ability to hit unbelievable shots.
Amoore, good if it goes. Got it!
Many have pointed to the parallels between her game and Caitlin's. Amoore is a high-scoring, efficient shooter who can facilitate the offense effectively. That sounds like Caitlin. As a junior, Amoore averaged 16.3 points, 4.9 assists, and 3 rebounds per game. She ranked second in the NCAA Division I to Caitlin in three-pointers made. On February 25, 2024, Amoore became the all-time assist leader in Virginia Tech basketball history. 6. Aneesah Morrow. You simply can't stop Aneesah. Throughout her career, she has shown a unique combination of skills and stats that put her in the conversation as a player with Caitlin Clark-level potential. At DePaul, she averaged 23.8 points and 13.0 rebounds per game over her first 2 seasons. That's one of the reasons why she has been compared to someone like Caitlin. On top of that, she is a fearless scorer with the right mentality. When her mind is made up, there is no stopping her from getting a bucket. Maro had a memorable performance at the 2023 Cayman Islands Classic, where LSU was still missing Reese. And in the early moments of the first game, another starting forward, Samaya Smith, was lost to injury. In the first game, Maro recorded 28 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 steals in a 99-65 win against Niagara. In the second game, Maro led the Tigers with 37 points and 16 rebounds.
Off the bench, Amir McLean was one of those players last year too that missed a significant amount of time due to injury for Virginia, as Aneesah Morrow has back-to-back buckets for LSU.
When her team needs her the most, she steps up. Sounds like Caitlin to us.
5. Lucy Olsen. She might be a carbon copy of Caitlin Clark. She has drawn comparisons to Caitlin due to her impressive scoring and playmaking abilities. But what makes it even similar is the fact that she will be taking the reins from Caitlin at point for the Hawkeyes.
Olsen driving into the lane, high off the glass and in. That's the first bucket of the night. Shot clock to 5. Jones at the free throw line. Contested jump shot, rolls off the front rim. It's tipped towards the corner, and Dulce comes away with it. Right to Lucy Olsen.
Last season, Lucy averaged 23.3 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 3.8 assists per game, shooting 43.8% from the field. However, unlike Caitlin, Lucy's game mostly focuses on mid-range shooting. She isn't a long-range sniper like Caitlin Clark. It seems like she is welcoming the challenge to fill Caitlin's shoes at Iowa. That in itself shows what kind of player she is, as she is clearly not afraid of the bright lights. 4. Flau'jae Johnson. Flau'jae is the full package. Her daily routine is exhausting, to say the least. She is up at 5 a.m. every day. That alone will have most people tap out and give up chasing their goals. But for Flau'jae, that sacrifice is worth it. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are her busiest, so getting an early start is a priority. She starts the day off by journaling and praying. This gets her mind right for what's to come. After that, the work begins. She hits the gym for her first workout, which consists of 1,000 shots on the shooting machine. This is followed by a quick shower and a change of clothes, so she can get to her morning class on time. At 1:30 p.m., she has back-to-back practices and weight training. If she has time after her workouts and studying, she'll go to one of the university's music studios before heading back to the dorm for rest. Thanks to this type of work ethic, it didn't take long for her to dominate in college. At LSU, she grew into a leader, averaging 11.8 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 1.7 assists. The 5'10" guard also improved tremendously on the defensive end.
3 games, it was really precautionary. Her foot was a little bit sore, and Kim Mulkey said, knowing postseason was ahead of us, wanted to make sure her starting forward was ready to go.
Way downtown, Johnson will knock that home. And to show other young women, you know, you can be a mom and a great professional as well. And on the scoop, it's Johnson to lay it.
On top of that, her radiating personality makes her must-watch TV akin to Caitlin Clark, who does so much for the game of basketball, beyond simply winning games. 3. Hannah Hidalgo. Hannah is a different type of beast. Not only did she lead the nation in steals with 4.6 per game, she also put up 23.3 points, hauled in 6.2 rebounds, and dished out 5.5 assists per contest, positioning her as a player with Clark-like potential in terms of impact on both ends of the floor. On January 27, 2024, she recorded 34 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists in an 82-67 win over AP number 8 UConn, surpassing the program freshman single-game scoring record held by Michelle Marciniak since 1991. She also surpassed Skylar Diggins for the most steals in a season in program history.
In fact, she does an interview with a player on social media after every game. Hidalgo, a three, buried.
Every team is going to go through adversity. Every team is going to have to play through something, and to see how Notre Dame has just picked it up and Hidalgo, right?
A key aspect of her game is her scoring versatility, similar to Clark's deep shooting range and ability to drive to the basket. More importantly, she can create her own shot, pull up from beyond the arc, and penetrate defenses with quick drives, which might be even better than Caitlin. 2. Juju Watkins. Juju had an electrifying start to her college career. On November 15th, 2022, she announced her commitment to USC, and her very first college game foreshadowed her dominant reign. Juju made her college debut by scoring 32 points, as well as upsetting number 7 ranked Ohio State. USC's record for 30-point games in a freshman season had been 3. Juju passed that in November. Her stellar performance has already sparked debates about her winning this year's NCAA Freshman of the Year award. In the 8 matches, her best performance was against the Lemoyne Dolphins, in which she scored her career high of 35 points. But that career high would soon be dwarfed. After losing to Washington, where Juju went 8 for 27 from the field, she returned to the gym and stayed so late that the security guard had to call head coach Lindsey Gottlieb. In the next game, Watkins dropped 51 points against top 5 Stanford. She broke the USC single-game scoring record held by Cherie Nelson since 1989. It was also the first 50-point game by a freshman since 2010.
Right where she left off. Jumps got 8 of the 18 for the Cardinal. Watkins will try to answer. Retaliation is a must.
Yeah, whether it's the athletes themselves or former athletes, bringing it up to speed. You're seeing consumers really understand their piece of this by buying a ticket.
Juju would finish the year by breaking the freshman scoring record with 920 points. The record had stood for 4 decades by now.
There was a new scoring queen in the NCAA.
No wonder, many see her as Caitlin's successor.
1. Paige Bueckers. She will likely go number 1 in the 2025 WNBA draft.
Her first season could not have gone any better. Paige lived up to the hype that surrounded her as she led the Huskies in scoring and set the program's record for most assists in a season by a freshman with 168. She led UConn to a 28-2 record, including the program's 13th consecutive trip to the Final Four. Her strong freshman season led her to becoming the first freshman to ever win the Naismith College Player of the Year award. She also became the second Big East player ever to win the conference's Player of the Year and Freshman of the Year awards in the same season, joining former Husky Maya Moore, who accomplished the feat in 2008. After that, difficulties started to pile up due to unfortunate injuries. She showed her grit and determination. After redshirting, she returned for her junior year and tied Maya Moore as the fastest player in UConn history to reach 1,000 career points. At the end of the regular season, Bueckers was named Big East Player of the Year and was a unanimous first-team all-conference selection.
Edwards playing with the mask because she has a broken nose. This is her first game in 2 weeks. Bueckers somehow got around a couple of players
to be here, and not just be here, but be ready to execute.
Ran the table in the SWAC regular season and won the tournament. Bueckers does it again.
She also did big-time things off the court. In November 2021, she signed her first 2 major endorsement deals with StockX and Gatorade. She said her relationship with the company began in 2020 when she won the Gatorade Player of the Year during her senior year of high school. While Gatorade has partnered with some of the biggest professional stars in sports, she was the first college athlete to partner with the company. Pioneering on and off the court, that definitely sounds like Caitlin Clark.